welcome. My name is Cheyenne and I grow in the low desert of Phoenix, Arizona, Zone 9B in my backyard. Today I need to plant out some of the transplants I have started inside for the Monsoon garden. I have some okras, a lot of zinnias, and some melons that I need to find a spot for. I also have tomatoes and peppers, but I don't think it's quite time to plant those yet. I think I'm going to try to wait a couple more weeks before I plant those. Here is some of those transplants that I started. I definitely started way too many than what I actually have room for, but I'm going to try and plant as much as possible. So I want to plant these sugar baby watermelons. They're bush varieties, so they should be more compact, which is great because I'm just going to let them trail out of this bed and onto the floor. I do have a tree right behind this bed, so I'm going to have to train the leaves, the vines, to grow out this way, because if it grows under the tree, the leaves will get all wet with the water. So, but I think I will be able to train it going this way, since it is going to be a smaller, compact variety. So it should be here, and then I'll train it to grow this way towards me, because if it grows out that way, there's a tree. So I think it'll be fine. I'll just have to train it. And if I needed to, I could just add some sort of support system to grow it up, but we'll see what happens. That's the problem with my yard. I don't have a lot of supports. So some things will just have to be on the ground, which I know isn't the best. I had a tomato in here, so I did cut up the tomato, but I left the stems, so I have to dig that up. Got that tomato stem up, or root ball, tomato root ball. Also, this bed actually already has nutrients in it, so I'm not going to be adding anything extra. If I didn't amend this bed recently, then I would be adding some granular fertilizer into this hole. But recently I already put fertilizers, or granular fertilizers, in all these beds, so I'm not going to worry about that. That also says jalapeno, but that's wrong. Put the wrong seed. Okay, so that's it. Okay, the second sugar baby bush, I'm going to plant it right here. I had a watermelon here and the birds plucked it out, so I'm going to put that there, and in this bed I'm trying to have them grow out and train them going this way. So we'll see how that ends up working later in the season. Next year I'm really going to try and get some trellises. That way I don't have to worry about my plants being on the floor. And then again, all these beds are pretty well amended, so I don't feel the need to add any more nutrients into these beds right now. I will be watering them in with some fish fertilizer just to get them going. The next thing I need to do is add some okras. I grew okras and I'm thinking of putting the okras right in this bed right here. My idea with this bed was to have the watermelons, and there's some midget cantaloupe and then a sugar baby at the end, and then this is a sugar baby, but it's a bush variety. But my idea was to have all of my melons grow over this bed and then out into this bed. But I realized after it was all planted out that that was actually a really bad idea, because although it would provide mulch, like a living mulch to this bed, I do not have drip irrigation. So I water everything overhand with the hose. So in order to keep this bed wet, I would have to water on top of all the leaves, which would have been an issue. So now I'm going to see if I can kind of get it to grow out and then train it this way through my walkway and get it to grow that way and then out into the grass. Okay. It's a few hours later. I had to go make dinner, but I had 3 of these okras that I want to plant in this ingrown bed. These are the Clemson spineless. Okay. In this in-ground bed right here, I'm gonna add some all-purpose or granular fertilizer, just because this in-ground bed, I haven't really put too many nutrients in it. It is a new bed. I previously had sunflowers growing in here, and me and my daughter took them out recently because they weren't looking that great, and we did add some fresh compost to this bed. But other than that, it's pretty much a fresh bed and doesn't have a lot of nutrients. So I will go ahead and add this in the planting hole. And then I will be watering all of the plants that I transplant with some fish fertilizer just to get them started. I do have these Mexican sunflowers that I had already started because I thought that I had time. I thought since I can plant sunflowers for Monsoon, that Mexican sunflowers would be the same thing. But on the seed packet that I got from Native Seed Search, it says to plant in in the winter or fall. So I think I did miss my chance for that. But I think I might as well go ahead and try it since I already have it, just to see what happens. I'm gonna add these right here and then one over there on that corner. Add these, and then for backup, I'll just go ahead and get started some regular sunflowers, just in case these ones don't make it. I'm also not gonna put any of this kind of fertilizer in here or anything, just because I don't know if they're actually gonna make it or not, and I don't want to waste it if they're just gonna die because of the sun. Lighting sucks. I'm probably gonna have to come back out tomorrow evening and get the rest of the stuff planted, just because you can't really even see. But I'm just gonna do one more thing, and that's this hearts of gold cantaloupe. It's pretty big. I want to get it in the ground already. And I'm going to put that right in this corner right here, in the corner of the bed right here, because then I can still water the bed if I train it to go out this way, and I'll still be able to water the bed without getting all the leaves wet. So that's why I'm just going to go ahead and put it right in that corner and have it grow out this way. And that's it. I'm gonna come back out tomorrow evening and that's all I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna come back out tomorrow evening and get the rest planted, just because it is way too dark. I can't even see what I'm doing. I don't know if you see over here real quick. Oh, shoot. I filled up all these pots yesterday just to get them ready for when it's time to plant tomatoes, peppers, and eggplants. I want to make sure I don't have a lot of space in my garden beds, so I went ahead and got all these pots ready, just so any extra plants I can pop in there and I can keep as many as possible. Alright, you guys, I'm sorry about how dark it is. I'll be out tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.